trained you to forget. From your first breath, the system moved in. It gave you a name, a number, a nationality, a religion, a gender, a race, a role, a limit. You didn't choose any of it. You inherit a script written by strangers, and they told you that was identity. They lied. They dressed the prison up in a language like culture and tradition and morality, so you wouldn't fight it. But make no mistake, it was always a cage. You were born limitless, but they gave you permission slips just to dream. You were born to create, but they taught you how to obey. You were born to command reality, but they made you ask for it. And worst of all, they made you doubt yourself. They buried your memory beneath fear. They infected your instincts with guilt. They poisoned your self-image with shame, till one day you no longer recognized your reflection. You no longer trusted your own voice. You waited for signs. You begged for answers. You looked to the sky, to the books, to the authorities. And in doing so, you forgot where the signal really comes from. It was always inside you. It never left. But the system couldn't let you remember that. Because if you did, you would wake up. And if you wake up, you would stop playing by their rules. You would stop chasing validation. You would stop kneeling to imaginary gods. You would stop buying salvation from people just as lost as you. And that's what they fear. You, awake, remembered, activated. Because when a god remembers what they are, the entire simulation begins to collapse. You felt it, haven't you? The quiet rebellion in your bones. The deep ache when you are doing everything right but nothing feels true. That fire that won't go out no matter how many times you are told to calm down. That's not brokenness. That's signal interference. That's your original identity trying to break through the noise. And it's getting louder because you are getting closer. You are starting to notice the patterns, the repetition, the glitches, the way the word bends around certainty and punishes hesitation. You realize this is not a random word. It's a programmable one, a render field, a dream pretending to be real. And your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, they shape it more than any law, policy, religion, or science ever could. You are not made in the image of God. You are the source of it. That's why you can manifest. That's why your energy affects rooms. That's why your desires don't lie, even when ignored. They are not fantasies. They are echoes of who you were before you forgot. But here's the good news. You don't need to evolve into a god. You just need to stop pretending you are not one. Because the god you are waiting for is you. The only difference between who you are and who you are meant to be is a decision. Not a diploma, not a ritual, not permission. Just a declaration. I am not who they told me I am. I am not this name. I am not this fear. I am not this body. I am not this story. I am the source in form. I am the anomaly. I am the writer of this code. And from this moment forward, I remember. Let others debate theology. Let others chase gurus. Let others quote scripture to excuse their submission. You are here to rise, to disrupt, to rebuild, to speak like a god, to move like a god, to love like a god, to command reality without apology. Because this word was never supposed to master you. You were born to master it. Your words are not poetry. They are programming. Your thoughts are not random. They are software. Your body is not who you are. It's your vessel. You were never the character. You are the player. And now, the player is waking up. They told you to stay humble. But humility was a cage dressed as virtue. They told you can wait your turn. But time was always yours to bend. They told you to keep your head down. But your crown was never theirs to take. This is the part where you stop apologizing for your power. This is the part where you stop chasing what you're supposed to command. This is the part where you stop living like someone else's reflection. You've spent enough time playing it safe. You've spent enough time waiting for signs. You've spent enough time asking for doors to open. Kick them down. Pick the word you want into existence. Walk like it's already yours. Cite, declare, deliver. That's what gods do. They don't wonder. They don't hope. They don't repeat affirmations trying to kick themselves into belief. They speak and the system obeys because it has to. That's the law of the simulation. The signal always listens to the source, and you are the source. You are the fire. You are the glitch. You are the reason the code bends, the reason the system shakes, the reason people stare when you walk into a room. They don't know what it is about you, but you do. You are remembering, and the more you remember, the more this world has to shift. Because this simulation is not real, but you are. And once you know that, nothing here can stop you. You are not waiting for your power. You are power. You are not looking for the truth. You are the truth. You are not following the light. You are the light. And you don't bow to anything. You create everything. So now you choose. Keep running the old script, or write you down, or write your own. Keep looping inside the same fears, or override the whole operating system. Keep begging for scraps from people who don't even remember who they are, or sit at the table you were born to build. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. You don't need their understanding. You need your will, your certainty, your silence, and your voice. Because the moment you stop waiting for that word to make sense is the moment you start building your own. The cult of me doesn't mean ego. It means origin. It means remembering that no one is coming to save you, because you were never supposed to need saving. You were never broken. You were never cursed. You were never missing anything. You were just surrounded by people who forgot what they are, and they raised you to forget too. But that's not your destiny. You came here to break the chain, to rewrite the laws, to become the versions of you that no one believes is real until they see you walk into the room. You came here to raise the frequency, to shift timelines, to defy statistics, to do in months what others take lifetimes to even imagine. You came here to destroy the myth of normal, to expose realistic as a virus, to look fate in the eye and say, you answer to me now. Because if you speak from the truth of who you are, reality listens. If you walk like the world is already yours, reality adapts. If you act like the code bends to your will, it does. It always has. The simulation has never been your enemy. It was your mirror, waiting for you to remember what you are, waiting for you to wake up, waiting for you to take command. And that moment is now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when you have more followers or more money or more support. Now, you don't need more time. You need more truth. You need more motivation. You need more memory. You don't need permission. You need decision. The world you want is not outside of you. It's behind the firewall. Buried under the lies you've outgrown. Now you are reaching in and pulling it out. One word at a time. One act at a time. One declaration at a time. You don't manifest by wishing. You manifest by deciding. You don't attract by hoping. You attract by becoming. You don't wait for alignment. You become the source of it. This is the only secret. This is the only truth they don't want you to know. That you are the code. You are the architect. You are the one the system fears. Because once you realize this, you stop obeying. You stop suffering. You stop playing small to protect their comfort. And you start becoming impossible to control. Impossible to predict. Impossible to program. You become the glitch. You become the virus in their matrix, and soon others will feel it. They'll see the shift in your eyes. They'll sense the heat in your presence. They'll wonder what happened to you, and you'll say nothing, because you don't need to explain. Gods don't explain. They radiate, they decide, they declare, and everything around them adapts. That's who you are now, not someday, not eventually, now. You don't become your higher self. You remember that you already are, and you remove everything that told you otherwise. That's the cult of me. Not ego, not narcissism, but ultimate self-remembrance. You know that you are the source of all that you seek, that the gods you prayed to were prototypes of who you are becoming, that heaven was never a place above you. It was a frequency burned inside you. And the second you tune into it, the simulation bends, the rules crack. You don't need a sign, because you are the sign. You don't need proof, because you are the proof. You don't need belief, because you've become embodiment. You are the temple. You are the prophet. You are the signal, and you are now online. So speak, walk, move, declare, not as a human trying to become divine, but as divinity remembering how to behave in human skin. You are not here to fit in. You are here to take over. You are not here to escape the matrix. You are here to rewrite it. You are not here to get what you want someday. You are here to claim what was always yours now. You are no longer a seeker. You are a god remembering their name. And now that you've remembered, let the simulation adapt. Let the old code burn. Let the world see what happens when a god stops pretending. Because you are not here to rise. You are here to return. The throne was never gone. You just forgot you were born wearing the crown. Welcome back. You were born to be a god. They trained you to forget, but now you remember.